keep encouraging us. Is that okay? I just want to keep pushing us. Is that all right? And so the first thing I want to do before you even get into your mirrors, yeah, I know. This is going to be a little tricky because if you're laying down in your bed and we do this meditation thing, yeah. Come on, somebody caught it. We're about to meditate for 60 seconds for the next 60 seconds. I don't want you to focus on anything other than your breathing in and you're breathing out. Yeah, I'll say it again. It's 60 seconds. And so when I go quiet, I don't want you guys to think I froze. I'm about to go quiet for 60 seconds. And as you drive, I know that it's going to be a little harder as you drive. Try to put yourself in a quiet environment, in a quiet space. And for the next 60 seconds, the only thing that you should be thinking of is in and out. You want to breathe in your nose and blow it out your mouth. In and out. I don't need you to think about being successful. I don't need you to think about yesterday's losses. I don't need you to think about the shortcomings. All I need you to think about is what? In and out. Come on, we're attacking our mindset today, and this is the first way we're going to do it. Come on, we got 60 seconds, guys. 60 seconds. Here we go. I'm going to start my timer now. In 3, 2, in and out. In. Come on, if a thought pops in, push it out. In and out. In and out. Come on, stay focused. In and out. Couple seconds left. In and out. Time. Now, as we come back to reality, I know 60 seconds, sometimes it seems long, sometimes it seems short, but just jump into the chat for me. Let's have a quick discussion. How did that feel? Yeah, every time I do it, I just remind myself, like, wow, look how many thoughts just pop into your head. Yeah, for some reason, it's like the second I try to not think about something, I start thinking about everything. Yeah, come on, just talk to me. Were you able to control your breathing a little bit better? In your nose and out your mouth. That's a exercise, right? The focus part in your brain. Like, there's a couple different things that we were doing. I'm just looking for your feedback to make sure that you're getting something out of it and you're not just sitting there breathing. Believe it or not, you breathe all day. Yeah. The difference is we're being intentional about it. And now watch this, guys. Watch this, because this is what we're going to do. I have a couple different things, but we're going to take 15 seconds for each thing. And so as we transition, the next step of this, the next thing I want you to do is I'm gonna have the time. I'm going to say a word. And when I say a word, I want you to take the 15 seconds and to think about that word and everything that you associate with that word. Does that make sense? And so, for example, if I say the word craziness, you can think of a movie called Crazy. You can think of crazy people in your family. You can think of a time that you went crazy. But for 15 seconds, all you're going to be thinking about is craziness. And so as we start this thing off, we start my timer. As we start this thing off, the first word that I have for it is love. Love. Come on, you're just thinking to yourself for the next 15 seconds. What pops in your head when you begin to think about love? Love. Yeah, come on, this is called focused thinking. You're directing your brain. You're telling your brain what to think about. I'm thinking about love, the love of a mother, the love of a child, the love of my dog. I'm thinking about love. All right, come on, time's up. Let's go to the next one. Anger. Yeah, come on, 15 seconds. Yeah, this is good. This is good. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is just drop one word. I know we probably have a couple different things popping into our head. Just drop one word. When you think about anger, what's the word that pops into your head? Come on, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Hard work. Come on, what pops into your head when you think about hard work? Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is controlled thinking. I'm learning that I have the power to control my thoughts. I can direct where my thought process goes. I didn't know I could do that. These thoughts just kind of pop into my head and these thoughts control my life. I can control, I'm sorry, laziness. Yeah, come on, laziness. Perezosa americano. Laziness. I mean, español poquito. Sadness. Come on, we got a couple more words. But you're thinking 15 seconds of all the different things that pop into your head. Because for some of us, we hear the word, and then what starts popping into our head has nothing to do with the word. Yo, come on, two more. Sadness, affection. Yeah, affection. And watch this because we're about to transition. And now instead of a word, I have a person. And we're going to do the same thing for 15 seconds. When I say this person's name, I want you to think about all the different stuff that pops into your head. All right, here we go. Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, we're thinking Jennifer Lopez. Was she in a movie? Was she a singer? Was she Jennifer Lopez? George Lopez. When you got 15 seconds, George Lopez. Yeah, I used to watch him as a kid. He's a comedian. George Lopez. George Lopez. Come on, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. I'm doing my best on the timer. I'm doing my best. Come on. Okay, here we go. Luther Vandross. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody just had a flashback. Somebody started singing. Come on, what pops into your head when you think of Luther Vandross? Five, four, three. Yeah, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley. If some of us know him. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to tell you guys what to think. Charles Barkley. And then here we go. The most important one. Go ahead and type your name for me. Yeah, you. But we thought of Jennifer Lopez. We thought of George Lopez. We thought of Charles Barkley. We thought of Luther Vandross. And now you. What pops into your head when you think about yourself? Because I know we've done this exercise a couple of times, and some of our brains are starting to grasp the concept, but some of our brains still don't get it. Somehow we've tricked ourselves to when we view these other celebrities, when we view people that everybody tells us they're successful, we view them one type of way and we put them on one type of bucket. And then when we look at ourselves, we put ourselves in another bucket. Like we're not good enough. We're not on the same level as them. And for some reason, I always get confused because when I read my Bible, God didn't tell me that. But why is my mindset that they're more successful than me? Maybe they just worked harder than me. Maybe it's time to get to work. The mindset is a very strong thing. And as we started this day with that, I'm going to transition now to our affirmation. So if you haven't been in your mirror, you've had a lot of time to get into your mirror, but it's important that we do these affirmations as we continue to attack our mindset because your mindset is what's going to separate you. You can be in an environment around lazy people and your mindset says I'm a hard worker. Guess what you'll do? You can be in an environment around a bunch of people that don't own businesses and your mindset says I'm a business owner. Guess what you do? Your mindset will separate you no matter where you are in life. It's your mind. And your mind's been playing tricks on you. And so for the first affirmation that I want you to say, as you remember, we're learning our thoughts. Our thoughts are like clouds in the sky passing. They don't define the sky. They're just clouds passing. And so for the first affirmation I want you to say is every thought doesn't need a reaction. Yeah. Come on. Every thought doesn't need a reaction. Yeah, I love it because when we grow up, we tell our kids, you don't always got to react to stuff. People are going to mess with you. You don't have to react. And now here we are as adults, and we don't react to other people. But every time we think something, we just got to react off of it. Yeah, it blows my mind. We have a thought, and we know that this isn't true. But now all of our actions are based off of the thought that we have, even if we think, come on, yeah, every thought doesn't need a reaction. It doesn't. You don't have to act on it. Just because you thought it, you can think it. And guess what we did earlier? Think it and push that thought away. Yeah, I think that I want to go flip on top of my head, but instead I'm just going to sit here and finish my work. I think that I don't want to go to the nope. Every thought. All right, come on, the second one. I don't know if you know this one. This one's important to me. Yeah. Before I even tell you what it is, I just want to explain it. I know that you love your parents and that people say they do stuff for their parents. I know. Yesterday I asked you what your why was, and some of us it was our kids. Some of us have a lot of different whys. I need you to have a mindset shift today that says the biggest person in my life that yes, I know your mom and your dad sacrificed for you. Yes, I know your kids help you. Yes, I know your siblings. Yes, I know. But the biggest person that you got to do this for is yourself. And so the second affirmation I need you to say is I owe it to myself to become great. Yeah, come on. You owe it to yourself. I know you was trying to do it for mommy, but best believe she'll still be proud of you if you do it for yourself. I know that you was trying. Come on. I owe it to myself to become great. This isn't for anybody else. I have to prove myself right. Yeah, I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I'm trying to prove me right. God told me I could do this. This is between me and him. I owe it to myself to get over that past relationship. I owe it to myself to get off of drugs. I owe it to myself to buy a house. I owe it to myself to start that business. I to myself because of all those sleepless nights, because of all those early mornings. I don't owe you. I owe it to myself. And that's the affirmation I need you to say. I need you to believe that. Yeah, you owe it to yourself. You did it. You know how much work you put in, how much you've sacrificed, how much you've grinded. You know. And here you are trying to do it for somebody else. Nope. Today, my mindset says I owe it to myself. All right, the last one. You know our monthly affirmation. I am nature's greatest miracle. Yeah, come on, but do me a favor. Come on, you got to say it again. Don't just say it like you're repeating it like it's a Bible verse. Like it's just something that I was told to say. Say it like you really believe it. Today, I'm reminding myself, Tavon, you're nature's greatest miracle. Can't nobody do it like you do it. Huh? Can't nobody do it like you do it. I see you, Miss Maribel. I see you, Susie. Come on, can't nobody do it like you do it when you start doing it. Because you're nature's greatest miracle. Yep, hallelujah. Thank you, God. All right, guys, we got to go. We got to go. So watch this. Watch this. I wanted to use today. I'm sorry, Romans 8:26. Yeah, Romans 8:26. Let me read this Bible verse. I almost forgot it. I'm sorry. Romans 8:26. Romans 8:26. Romans 8:26. And the dynamic word says, in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. You have somebody to say, I've been weak. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. If somebody just say a change of mindset, a change of mindset. Yeah, thank you, God, for the Spirit interceding for me. Now watch this, guys. I wanted to use today because I was at a school in Harrisburg yesterday working with a group of kids. And I had to use this metaphor, and I realized that some of us as adults run into the same problem. And so next week, my family and I were going to travel to Puerto Rico for a vacation. Yeah, I know God's pray for me. My son's birthday is the 22nd. My wife's is the 29th. I had two Geminis and then my daughter. So take that as you will. And the thing that's crazy to me is if I were to say to some of us, hey, I want you guys to come with me. Let's jump in the car and let's go. We would all jump into the car, but we don't have our cell phones. And I would say, all right, how do we get to Puerto Rico? Some of us might have an idea of the direction ahead. But for some of us, we're going to be lost. Because if I could be completely honest with you guys, without a map, I don't know how to get to a lot of places. Thank God that back in the day when I was growing up, you had to get on the internet and go on MapQuest and print directions out. And if you go past the exit, we're screwed. We got to kind of figure it out. And now we got these good old phones and technology. But the point of all this isn't about the vacation or the trip. The point of all this is your goals are the same way. If you don't know what your goal is or where you're trying to accomplish or where you're headed, believe it or not, you're jumping into a car and everybody's excited about the trip and we don't know where we're headed. We don't know where we're going. And so what I wanted to do today is I wanted to spend some time identifying that. Because the truth is, the mindset, right, is mindset May. But the mindset and the things that we're learning this month are supposed to be applied so we can reach our goals. But the goal wasn't the mindset to be shifted. The mindset shift is so we can reach the goal. And so I don't want us to get these two things confused. The same thing with our April of action. Like the reason we were taking action was so we could get closer to our goals, not just so we could say we're active. And so again, I just want to re-emphasize, what are we working towards? What is it that you're actually trying to accomplish? Because as we look at this thing called life, we'll begin to see that a lot of activity doesn't always equal a lot of productivity. And so I have a quick review for us just to kick us into gear. Yeah, because these calls, if you guys remember, the point of these calls, because I'm still inviting people, I ask you guys to do the same thing. But the point of these calls were for what? To help build our consistency and our discipline. And so there's this theory, the spillover effect, meaning how you do anything is how you do everything. And so if we can be consistent and wake up every single day to get on these calls, guess what else we could be consistent in? My marriage. What else can I be consistent in? Going to the gym. The thought process is if I can be consistent in one area, I can be consistent in multiple areas. And so my question for you is, outside of this call, what is one other area you seen yourself being consistent in? Yeah, come on, meet me in the chat. Meet me in the chat. Yeah, come on. This is your personal development. It's time for you to get something out of it. I just need to reveal this to you. Yeah, you've been thinking you just been getting up on these calls and been feeling good, but it's actually more than that. Yeah, come on. You've been growing your consistent muscle. Yeah, you haven't even been realizing, but man, you've been getting on these calls for a few months now. And because of that, every day after the call, every day before the call, you've been doing, yeah, I realized that I haven't missed the gym since I started these calls. Consistency. Come on, let me look in the chat. Oh my God, Bible study, appointments, Family. Come on. Come on. Where else have you seen consistency in? Because if you think about it, these calls, consistency is what you do every day. And for some of us, the reason we started this is because we weren't consistent. We weren't reaching our goals because today we start and we're super excited. And tomorrow we get distracted and we stop. The next day we pick up because we thought we were going to keep going. And then the day after that, we get distracted and start something else. But consistency breeds results. And so I'm asking you, yep, come on, health, finance, my business, good, good, good. So watch this, because there was consistency and then there was another word. It was discipline, right? Because discipline is doing what I don't want to do. Discipline is when the emotion or the feeling leaves, guess what? I still remain solid to my word. Just because I said I was going to do something, I'm still doing it. And so the second part of this is, where have you seen an increase in discipline? Yeah, because I'll be honest with you guys. Every day I don't feel like waking up, but my discipline says I got this call. Every day I don't feel like going to the gym, but my discipline says I got to go. Every day I don't feel like, well, I do feel like walking and talking to God. That's a little different. Every day I don't feel like going to work, but my discipline says I have to provide. Where have you seen an increase in your discipline? Yeah, come on, I'm looking for you in the chat. Remember, this is your personal development, so if you're not in the chat, it's okay. But the more that you put out, guess what happens? The more that you get back. Yeah, your brain starts remembering. You'll start revealing stuff to yourself. And that's what we're looking at, right? Consistency and discipline. That's why we started this thing. I don't want us to get confused, right? Because it's easy. Oh, mindset. Oh, I'm getting a different mindset. Okay, great. For what? Oh, because my mindset that I had wasn't helping me accomplish my goals. Yeah, come on. I'm going to have to push some of this stuff till tomorrow just because I see the time. But I do want to do a review because I want to make sure that when we're learning this new information, we're applying it and we're seeing the change. And the reason I say that is because if there's 30 people on this call and we do our January of Gyra, and 15 people are like, man, that was transformational. My faith has been increased. And 10 people are like, man, I find a Bible verse and I've been reading the Bible and I'm loving it. And then 5 people are like, it's not working. I don't know if you can see the difference, but the difference is it works for some people and not others because of the work that you put in, because of the activity, because the action that you take, because the application of how you apply the information. And so what happens is 30 of us can be on this call together every single day, but we get 30 different results. And so what I want to do is I want to make sure that the people that are executing at an extremely high level continue to execute and I can continue to push you. Because it wouldn't be fair to stagnate you because somebody else isn't applying or doing the necessary work. Meanwhile, while I push my high achievers, I also have to make sure that people that aren't doing the work are still able to apply. And so days like this is your personal development because, believe it or not, guess what my job is? To continue to push you, to continue to make sure that you get to that next level in your life. Because if I wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be doing a good job. So watch this, guys, because this is what I want to close this thing out with. I have three things I want to point out to you, and I have 3 minutes to do it. The first thing I want you to say to yourself is, I can do anything that I put my mind to. Yeah, I just want you to repeat that. I can do anything that I put my mind to. Come on, mindset. I can do anything that I put my mind to. Watch this, guys. Tesla, Amazon, McDonald's, Burger King. Watch this. Facebook, the internet, emails, the car you drive. All of these things were things that were created in someone's mind and then created in reality. And here you are playing it small, having all these ideas, having all these thoughts, and talking yourself out of it. You can do whatever you want to do. They did it. What makes them different than you? Nothing. Yeah, come on, nothing. Just say to yourself, nothing. Yeah, the second thing, you might not like it, but if God does, I'm fine. Yeah, just say that. Just say that. You might not like it. Yeah, when you say you, talk about whoever. I know we all got them haters. The hater that you was just telling me about, say their name. Yeah, Michael, you might not like it, Michael. You haters, you might not like it. But guess what? As long as God does, I'm fine. Yeah, watch this, guys. Some of us have been seeking human approval for a godly mission. Oh, my God. Ouch. Yeah, remember, you guys know when I say ouch, I ain't trying to hit you, but I ain't trying to miss you. Some of us have been seeking human approval for a godly mission, and all that will ever do is leave us frustrated. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Write that down. Now watch this. Number three. I got it. I'm running out of time. Just say this. Believe in myself. Self-belief. Yep, believe in myself. Yeah, some of us are waiting for people to believe in us. We're waiting on somebody else to say, yo, I think that you should. I think that you could. How do I know this? Because I'm on social media. I see us make the post. Hey, what would you guys think if I started this business? What would you think if I did this? And then everybody starts bigging you. Oh, man, that would be great. And then you do it, and those people that were bigging you up don't even come and buy anything. And the whole time, I'm just proud of you because you said you wanted to do something and you did it. Our mindsets are wrong, right? We say we're going to post on social media, and if we post and only get 2 likes, our mindset is wrong. What if the mindset said, I believe in myself and I'm going to post because I want to post and market my business, regardless of likes? What if the mindset says, regardless of what you think or say, I know what I want to do and I'm going to do it? What if the mindset just shifted? And so as I close this thing out, guys, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you this, because those 3 affirmations are extremely important. Because I'll never forget waking up and going out back and jumping into the pool for my morning workout. And after I got out of my swimming pool, the craziest thing happened. I woke my daughter up and we went and we got on horses and we started riding horses. And all of this was before 8:30. And I went and woke my wife up. We had a beautiful breakfast. We sat outside and ate breakfast. And I was really enjoying this life. And the craziest thing happened. My alarm went off and I woke up and I realized to myself, I'm not there yet. I need to get to work. I need to get active. If I can dream it, I can think it, I can create that life. You can create whatever life you want for yourself, but somehow, some way, our mindset keeps limiting us. Our mindset keeps telling us we can't. Our mindset keeps telling us to stop. If I can think it, if I can dream it, if I can have it, see the picture of it in my brain, there's nothing that's going to stop me in this world. And for some of us, we keep allowing ourselves to be stopped. And so as we close this thing out, as I pray us out, I just want you to do me a small favor and repeat that first affirmation for me. Just type it, text it, do whatever you got to do to remember. But you can create whatever life you want for yourself.